All right, folks, what we have here is a couple of our volunteers. You saw them earlier with our Florida Panther. It's the same ones, except for we added Toria in here. She's an old volunteer from a while ago. She's actually went out and wrestled alligators and took their eggs from them. But what she's holding it with us right now is this is a 11-foot, 9-inch albino Burnese python. Now, these are pretty cool animals. Cuddles here, we call him Cuddles because, well, he gives really good hugs. That's actually how he takes out his prey. He'll actually grab on, coil around it until it's asphyxiated. Now, a lot of people used to believe that they would, every time you took in a breath, they'd get tighter, and then they would hold it until you couldn't breathe anymore, and then you die from suffocation. They did some studies and found out that's not the truth. They found out that what these guys do is called asphyxiation. They'll coil around you, and basically your blood pressure gets so high that your heart just can't pump anymore, and it stops. And when your heart stops, that pretty much means one thing. You get to be eaten by the snake. Now, this guy here, he'll grow to about 26 feet long full length and about the size of a telephone pole and at 300 pounds. At that size, he would be able to eat most human beings. Luckily, we're not on the diet for Cuddles here. He has his own special diet here. We feed him with hands-on wildlife safari. Now, this guy is a guy that does come out with us often to our shows and stuff just because he's so pretty. But it's something we like to do with the animals is if you watch a lot of TV shows, they kind of try and make snakes look mean and evil, and like they'll come out of the woods and grab you. But the truth of the matter is they're just not like that. For most animals in the world, humans just aren't on the plate. And it goes with snakes. Very few humans have ever been attacked by snakes in the wild, even in their native countries. And here in Florida, it still hasn't happened yet in the wild. Now, there have been some irresponsible pet owners that have done some of the things they shouldn't have with the animals, and they have paid the price. Now, something I can tell you about these guys is they are loose in the Everglades of Florida. Chances are you won't see one like this because this is an albino. He has no camouflage. He would be eaten very quickly by a hawk or an eagle or an owl or something like that. So you wouldn't have to worry about seeing one this color, but the camouflaged ones, you can almost not see them at all. These are very excellent animals, though. They're very beautiful, and it's something that need to be where they should be, in zoos and out in the wild. Unfortunately, people thought these were great pets. They were imported into Florida at one time, about 40 to 50,000 every year into the United States. Most of them imported into Miami and kept in what they called reptile houses. A few years back, we had about 5 or 6 hurricanes that devastated Miami. All those reptile houses did get knocked down and flattened, most of them, which actually set these guys loose, which started a chain reaction of them actually breeding in the wild. Now we're hoping that our cold winter sometimes here in Florida, which we don't get many of, and some of the natural animals here like our egrets and other animals will help us keep their numbers in check until the scientists can find out a more permanent solution. But until then, what we need to do is be careful and kind of do our homework on our pets before we buy them, folks. Learn what we should and shouldn't have, what we can and can't handle, and what might get to be 26 feet long and possibly eat your dog one day you might not want to get for a pet.